Shmra-pa-pa, shmra-pa-pa, shmra-pa-pa-pa-pa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 3. We're back again. 3. What a good number. How are you doing, the beautiful people of the podcast? Hope everything is blessed. I am Black Zeus, as always, my guy Dante. How you living, bro? How you living?
Blessed and highly favored.
Thank you. If you say anything else, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. You don't have to. It's all good. Is it? Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, it's all good.
Nah, it is all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't even worry about it. Keep going.
Close the door, though, nigga. What are you doing, nigga? You like? You All right, let's get another intro for Dante and the bitch. Yo, ain't nothing before that making it. That's hilarious. That is your first appearance on the episode. But yeah, that's a nice little start, bro. I swear, me and you intend to start the podcast like when you show up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it even possible for us to not have 2 hours of just philosophical conversations before we do anything?
Not when you're around me, you know. It's hard, bro.
That's a little egotistical. What about not when you're around me?
Because
That is not the most egotistical. I said you're making it.
like, what?
I said you made it about you, so in turn I made it about me. Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's just a habit. I don't know, but it's needed. I think these conversations that we have are like super important.
To me, I almost prefer those over the podcast.
Honestly,
Ladies and gentlemen, you are not getting the full breadth of conversation, but that's because you can't handle the truth. You ever watch that? That's like, would this podcast even be able to exist on YouTube? Maybe
it could exist on Patreon.
This guy's jumping ahead.
Yeah.
We're not at Patreon yet, but maybe we will be soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Not
It
even
can exist on YouTube.
Not even
sure.
maybe. Not even maybe. We will be there soon. I mean, a lot of the information outside of the books that we read,
It's on YouTube.
people read books. Don't forget how to read. It's Black History Month. Black people, read some books about your history. Learn who you are. White people also learn why you're awful. I'm joking. I'm joking, bro. It's not about race. Let's get off this divisive bullshit. It's not about race, dude. Yo, dude.
Color, bro.
Yo, I don't even see color, bro. I have black president, bro. Obama. That nigga dropped bombs on many children.
Yeah.
All right. Continue right along with the podcast.
Anyways, read about your Black
Anyways,
history.
back to Black history. Oh, Barack Obama dropped many bombs. Holy shit. Well, this episode just got flagged. I feel like every single episode goes through an extra layer of like you know how mostly like when you upload a video to YouTube, the algorithm breaks it down. It's like, okay, we're crunching the numbers, we're making sure you didn't say nigger, da 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 da. About why did I just drop a hard R? I hope you're not listening to this at work and that came through on the speaker and your boss just walked by and all of a sudden it sounds like you're listening to anything but Black Zeus the podcast. But what if your boss is actually into it? That would kind of freak me out. Ooh, what you listening to there, boy? They drop a boy. Hey there, boy.
Not the boy.
What you listening to there, boy? Me and my friend have a theory. I think I've dropped it on this podcast before. Anybody who pronounces WH as hua, person said the N-word before. What? I'm a white man. You're not a white man? You're a white man? All right, got it. You pronounce the ER for sure.
Yeah, they definitely roll their WHs, bro.
I'm a white man. I pronounce nigger. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah. What is it, Black History Month? Hey, what, they think they're learning their real history? Cletus, sell them niggers another book, make them think they're learning their real history, boy. Tell them that we don't know what the pyramids are. Oh my God. We know what they are, bro. We know. I'm looking dead into the camera, you motherfuckers. But yeah, this is a comedy podcast. I guess I should do the recaps.
Yeah.
Get the show on the road, literally and figuratively. We're actually recording a day earlier than normal. So I have a show tomorrow at Comedy Bar East in Toronto. It's irrelevant to anybody listening and watching right now because it already happened as of this release. But I would have an extra show to talk about right now. I just have a couple. Yeah, I was actually, I'll talk about the main one. It was in London. I headlined a show on Thursday at a place called Winks. It's a bar, I guess. It's a big venue, but show is packed. The most black people I've seen at a London show in a while. But it was a black producer too, so like he's tapped into the community.
He's tapped into.
I've done a few London shows in the past like 5 months.
Yeah.
And they're mostly because London's like a really white town, you know? So it's like brewery shows and all this stuff. It's like, hey, again, it's not about color, baby. But
I don't even see color, bro.
I don't even see color, bro. Mama, dude. But
Wait, what was that quote? The racism, reverse race. That.
Oh, from the book. I have the book. I'll pull it up in a bit.
95.
Oh, you remember the page?
Yeah, I remember whatever.
Okay, well, I'll pull that up in a bit. But it was just nice to see black people in February at a show in London.
Nice.
And like more than like 3. It was like an actual like a few tables.
It was like 9.
Yeah, bro. It was like 9. We out here, baby. We out here. I'm so laid back and I love this studio, man. Look at me. Look at me like switching up. Look at me. I feel like I'm a guest on my own late night talk show. I feel so relaxed. Like I could do this with my leg. Yeah, I just the way we had the set arranged previously, the way I'm trying to
Don't you put that
I'm trying to shift blame on you. The way we did it before, I wasn't too pleased with. You had nothing to do with that, but it was all me. I'm like, let's put this here. It felt so claustrophobic, and I didn't even realize it until I rearranged the studio, and I like this. Yeah, it's a good space. But yeah, shout outs to London, I guess, for picking it up. That's the comedy recap for this week. Okay. I have a show with Lenny the Butcher, my favorite white uncle. I call him Uncle Len.
Okay.
He's like my uncle. One time I forgot my wallet at home, and he was at a show, and then he bought me dinner. That's very uncle-y.
That is very uncle-y.
Yeah, bro. I'm coming in with a plan next episode. It's like 3 things on the list.
How many have we hit so far?
I'm stretching right now. Like if you guys don't know Hollywood, like usually there's a director or someone behind the camera, and when you're stalling for time or whatever, they just stretch. You take like a 3-minute story and make it a fucking 18-minute epic. Let's just get into the poll question. Fuck it. This might not be a long episode. You know, what are we like 15 minutes in, if that?
16.
Hey, look at me being a comedian and knowing timing. Come on. I only am a minute past my time. I apologize to the next comedians. But let's do the weekly poll question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to Black Zeus, the podcast, first of all, understand that you are beautiful people of this podcast. 2, we do a weekly interactive poll. Follow me, aka Black Zeus, on Instagram. Every Monday morning, I launch a live interactive poll question, and you guys participate. And then every Wednesday, we come in and pick one of those and discuss them. So this week's poll question, very into wherever I am in life right now, and I think you as well, Dante. The question this week was, life is blank. And the options were spiritual/mystical, scientific, or both. Those were the 3 options. And I am flabbergasted that 0% said scientific. I'm actually like, I'm like,
you have a good crowd.
Yeah, like clearly, yo, like, all right, 14% said spiritual/mystical, 0% said scientific, and 86% said both. Shout outs You know what? Nobody is wrong here.
Yeah.
But to the 14% that are on the spiritual mystical aspect of things and excluding science, let me introduce you to a word. And that word is metaphysics. Let me fuck your brain up real quick. Quantum mechanics, quantum physics, metaphysics. These are the sciences of life, along with the hermetic principles. Oh shit, we're getting flagged, bro. We're getting flagged, bro. Oh, you combine all these things and you have science. Now, there is another word for science I like to use. What do you think that word is, Dante? I think you like to use this word too. And I might have spoiled this because I said it to you earlier.
Magic.
Magic? Nigga, get out of the studio, bro. No, not magic. That's not the word for science that I say, but maybe, actually, it's kind of one and the same.
Well, what are you going to say?
Life. Science and life are one and the same. You study life is to study nature, is to study yourself, and is to...
Well, that goes to the poll. Life is what?
Life is both spiritual / mystical / scientific. Because a lot of people perceive science, and I knew this would happen, bro. People read that word and they only think as like, yo, science as in like evolutionary theory, this and that, Darwin, fucking this and that, you know, European standards of science. But what I am is a Negroid male. I ain't no European. Even though I was born in Greece, this is who I am. Without this accent. I am that I am. I am Negus. I am Ethiopian. I am an Aksumite. I am a Kemite. I am a Nubian. I am that I am, bitch. So yeah, you ain't gonna fool me with this Eurocentric viewpoint of life anymore. Motherfucker, that's right. White people, you have to listen to this. They're like turning off. They're like putting some other shit on. It's February, bitch.
You ever see that movie?
Oh yeah, I take the headphones. I was like, ah, shit. No, I'm not even talking superiority thing. We are all that we are. Point up to the sky. Now, you know, you might see this as religious talk or whatever. You gotta push past, baby. You gotta push past, baby. Don't be living in no cult like Catholic. I'm not gonna finish that statement, but you know.
That might really get us demonetized.
Would it?
No.
I don't think so, bro. Because that's like the one faith that anybody could trash and nobody.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? South Park proved that.
No, there is one that we cannot trash, and I will not.
Yeah, yo, bro. And yo, shout outs to them, though, for like actually keeping their faith, like upholding the traditions of their faith, the sanctity of it. Everybody else is like, yeah, whatever, man, bro. Make caricatures of Jesus and shit, whatever. But yeah, this is one of my favorite ones to ask. I was shocked. I don't know. What do you think about the results on this?
I'm surprised that like 0% said scientific. You know what I mean? I want to see how many people only believed in what's like tangible in that kind of way, you know?
Mm-hmm. But if you start to bro, even though I would say, even though people are saying both here, I guarantee you that the majority of the people that said both, or even the people that voted spiritual mystical, just are talking about maybe like astrology, like the stars and stuff like this, not fully understanding the actual science behind astrology. Like astrology is a science, which I'm sure a lot of people know on a surface level, but you got to get past, again, this fucking westernized approach to astrology. It is not a means for you to judge yourself and others. It is a tool for you to understand yourself and others, but you're supposed to get over that. You're not supposed to actually be your fucking sign your entire life. You're supposed to transcend whatever the fuck those attributes are and encompass the best attributes of all the signs, you bitch. What do you think Jesus was? Shit, this is getting demonetized.
Can't be just spilling the beans, bro. YouTube doesn't like that.
I'm gonna put in one of those technical difficult, like one of those. Oh, we'll be right back after these messages. So yeah, yo, bro. The truth is the truth. So even me just saying that might have sparked someone, enough to just investigate what the fuck I'm saying.
All it takes is one thought, one
Bruh.
syllable, bro.
Just keep digging deeper, have an open mind, have an open heart, and judge nobody, including yourself.
Especially yourself.
Beep, 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 beep. Let's run that one back. I don't even remember exactly how I phrased it, but just don't judge yourself. Be kind. Why are we all so concerned with being kind to others, but then stop at ourselves? A lot of us stop at ourselves.
Yeah.
We're our own worst enemies, but that's only because nobody knows us as intimately as ourselves. Mm-hmm. So who's going to be able to attack us on every level other than ourselves? But if you learn to not attack yourself and just learn to, to just be, things kind of flow, It is BHM, Black History Month.
Is that what we're calling it now, BHM?
No, I just said that.
Okay.
It is, no. Did you see me do the air quotes though? You know why? Because it's a hashtag. It's a popular hashtag. It's like because Black History Month is a hashtag. BHM is a hashtag. Black History is a hashtag. I was seeing which ones are the most popular ones, and a BHM is up there. But watch it also stand for some other horse shit. So you're just getting a bunch of Black History stuff. Like
just mix.
Yeah, what could BHM be?
Some sort of pharmaceutical company. Some sort of oil company.
I've been getting way back into reading, as important as that is, especially in this internet age. I have a whole library of books that I've only read a handful of, and started but not completed. And I've purchased a bunch of books recently that are more informative of just our nature as people, my history, Dante's history, your history.
Oh wait.
Yeah, you're looking at this guy looked at the monitor.
No, I looked at that camera.
But yeah, I'm realizing that there's so many books that I haven't gone through that I brought some onto the set. We're gonna do a little Black History Month book club, and these are some of the most important books that I've added to my collection. And even though I have not completed all of them, some of them I have, and some of them I just know their importance and relevance to the Black experience. I don't even want to say that, to just the human experience, because I don't even want to boil my life down to a color. I am that I am.
To the experience.
Thank you. What is going on? What is going on? I'm gonna start. Let me know if you've seen or heard or read of any of these books. The first one that I want to bring up is The Spook Who Sat by the Door. This is a complete work of fiction. This book was put on to me by Nipsey. He used to talk about it a lot when he was alive. And like years and years ago, I just remember him talking about the impact of this book on him. And essentially, it is the CIA before, like at the time of integration. There's I think it's California or one of the states is having an election, and during the election, integration and all this stuff is a big subject. The CIA becomes targeted because they don't have any black CIA operatives. And so they create this program to bring in the first black CIA agent, and they create this whole fucking, training, like you have to go through boot camp essentially, and only the best will make it. They're only taking like one guy or whatever. Dang. But they designed it in such a way that no one was really supposed to make it through. Yeah. You know what I mean? To break the best. But one guy makes it through, and he obviously has the understanding that he's the token black guy. So what he does, and this is where the title of the book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door, comes in, is he takes all the knowledge that he learns from the CIA and starts his own militia group with it.
And he spills the beans.
And they spill the beans. He's just recollecting. They just tell him what's already his, really.
Yeah.
If
So the beans already spilled. He's
just kind of scooping them up.
Yeah.
Scooping them up and like in droves though.
Yeah.
Scooping
up in droves.
This book, I'm so ashamed to say I bought like specifically for one work in it. It's a compilation of Maya Angelou's autobiographies, all her short stories. There's 2 books of hers. There's like 2 compilations of Maya Angelou. There is one of her poetry, and there's one of her short stories / autobiographies. This is the one. This one of the most prolific and just beautiful stories that I'm told. Again, I haven't read it fully, so this is kind of my shame. But to the Black experience is I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and this is like her most famous work. I think her most impactful work from what I'm understanding. So I actually think later today, when you bounce, I'll probably just work my way through that short story. It's a good place to start reading again.
Yeah.
A short story is not too much of a commitment.
Yeah.
I wanna big ups some Toronto art. This book is called No Love. Yeah, No Love. It's not written by Elixir, but it's illustrated by Elixir, who is a prolific Toronto street artist, graffiti artist, like writer, painter. Like he's so ingrained and a part of the city of Toronto now. He has a whole subway station that he's painted up. He's all over the city. Is that my phone? All right. Hey, that's actually White Slave calling right now. Let's answer this phone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's White Slave. I'm actually recording the podcast now, buddy, so don't say anything incriminating.
Oh, okay.
Say something to the people, man.
Oh, my God. I feel so put on the spot. I just signed up for white slave duties, not talking to the people.
And guess what? We are in the middle of talking about Black History Month.
How appropriate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's White Slave calling in to remind us that there's still white people that will work for us.
That's true.
Yo, can I call you back in like 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, later on, bro.
Peace.
White Slave, ladies and gentlemen. We're still working together. Trust me, he's slaving it the fuck up for me. That sounded crazy.
Slaving it up.
Why'd you whip the pot? Oh my God. Let's see. This book, it's just a book of it's a book of all of Tupac's poems. It's called The Rose That Grew from the Concrete. It's like that alone. If you know Tupac's works, you probably heard that title before. Literally, this book is a scan of all his notes. If you look in here, it's actually like one half of the page will be the poem like typed out.
Okay.
But then the other half of the page is the actual scan from his notebook. Like, so you get to see like his writing and all that shit. There is a poem in here that he wrote to Jada, where he expresses his deepest love for Jada.
What is that page there?
This one just says God. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
This is Tupac.
I saw that all the way from here.
I know you did, because I mean you were supposed to. You know who you are. All right. So this is God by Tupac, a poem. When I was alone and had nothing, I asked for a friend to help me bear the pain no one came to accept. God, when I needed a breath to rise from my sleep, no one could help me except God. When all I saw was sadness and I needed answers, no one heard me except God. So when I am asked who I give my unconditional love to, look for no other name except God. Alhamdulillah, bro. Alhamdulillah. You don't even need to be religious. Like it's a good work of poetry. It's a good. I actually realize I have like a lot of poetry. This one is dear to me. It's a book of poetry called Salt. It's written by wait, let me get this right. Naira Wahid. Nehra Bahid. It is a beautiful book of poetry. What was the page that you said that you opened on?
95.
95. So Dante actually randomly opened up to a page here, and it's literally just a book of poems from like healed and unhealed Black experiences, essentially. It's a very profound book. Like some of these really hit home. This is what Dante opened up to earlier randomly. Racism is a translucent skin. It defends itself by attacking itself. Reverse racism. And just a fun little dialogue we had earlier. How did you perceive this?
Yeah, so I perceived it as like how do I put this? I perceived it as like you're holding a sword, but like the part where you hold the sword is also a sword.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So you're hurting yourself while you're attacking.
Correct.
Trying to defend yourself. That's kind of how I perceived it. But in the context of racism. And reverse racism.
I almost see it as like
because reverse racism is still racism, therefore it still hurts you.
Yeah, of course. And I think it comes from a lack of like true understand. Like the way I took that was ignorance in its purest form. You know what I mean? Like the way it says racism is a translucent skin. Yeah. I feel like ignorance is translucent. Ignorance holds no race. You could be ignorant, and you could be an ignorant dog. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. It's not even a human trait or attribute.
So you interpret the translucent the translucent skin as like it doesn't matter what race you are.
Correct. Because I've met Black people that are racist. They have internalized racism. Yes. So how can, and that's what I interpret racism is a translucent skin as. Yes. Because I've met Black people with internalized racism who
do you think that's
their
a poem focused on Black people that are racist or just people of color?
It defends itself by attacking itself. No, I think that's on all racism.
I guess if it is a translucent.
Yeah, because I think it's literally breaking down how racism has no color or barrier. Like it doesn't matter what side of the fence or what like color you are, quote unquote. You could still be. It's a matter of ignorance. It's a matter of lack of knowledge or understanding that would lead you to even say anything. So as you're saying something so ignorant to hurt somebody else, you're really hurting yourself by just exposing how ignorant and lost you are. You know, that's how I take this. Yeah. 2 more books I'll mention, and then we'll get the hell out of here. The first one, very profound book that I have not fucking read. I've had this book in my library for like damn near 8 years, bro. And actually, a white ex-girlfriend is the one that put me onto it. And this is how I know. Like, as I've met Black people with internalized racism, I've met white people with the soul and spirit of melanin, of Black people. So this is where I'm really starting to come into the understanding of, man, I can't be saying this so publicly because they kill people for saying shit like this.
Don't spill the beans. Next book.
Next book, yo. Black Skin, White Mask. Just look into that one. This is the perfect book to end on. Pimp by Iceberg Slim. This will get me back in the good graces of the ones. But yo, Chappelle actually put me onto this book years and years ago, and he talked about it in one of his comedy specials, The Bird Revelation, which to me is my favorite of all the modern Chappelle specials. It's like the one where he dropped like 6 comedy specials in the span of like 3 years or whatever.
Yes.
It's the one where he's in the belly room in the comedy store and there's only like 30 people. It's the smallest room, and he's sitting on a stool smoking a cigarette, and it's almost like he's not even doing comedy. It's like he's just talking about life. But he's giving it from his experiences in Hollywood. He talks about Harvey Weinstein. He talks about this book. He talks about what this book really breaks down.
The bottom bitch.
Correct. Yeah. Literally everything is pimping. Bro, politics, we're all being pimped to some extent.
What did Kendrick say?
What?
To pimp a butterfly?
Oh, to pimp. Oh, ha, hoo, hee, ho. We are the butterflies and they be pimping us. Oh, my God. That's why we talked about books today, so that you could say that and I could hear it. But I didn't even hear that in that comedy special. I picked it up years prior. Like this is when Chappelle was still on his hiatus. Like he was kind of disappeared. Chappelle. He showed up to a Roots concert in New York, and someone was filming it from their phone, and he came out like they did like an intermission or something, and they brought out Chappelle onto the stage, and he talked for like 10 minutes, but he didn't do comedy or anything. He was just talking. He's like, I've been gone, whatever. He didn't even really, but he mentioned this book and how profound it was. He had read this book called Pimp, and it changed like his whole. And I bought it that day almost. I'm pretty sure I went to Amazon, and I didn't read it for like 3 years. And then right before that special came out, I finally decided to read it. And then the special came out. Now everybody's talking about Pimp and shit. I'm like, I think I read this now. So like, yeah, divine timing, man. Yeah. I think that will do it though. Again, if you are interested in seeing me perform comedy live, and you are in the Southern Ontario region, because that's mostly where I am right now. But don't worry, I am working on coming to your area. If you would like to see me in your area, DM me, find me, let me know where you are and where I should do comedy shows. Sign up for my newsletter, aka blackzeus.com. I'm aka Black Zeus on all social media. Dante, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at person1prod, PERSON1PROD.
Sick. Once again, aka Black Zeus, all social media, Black Zeus the podcast, every Wednesday on all platforms, YouTube especially. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell for notifications and all that stuff. It really does help because you hear the conversations that we're having. We're starting to go more down this road on the podcast, which means the algorithm is going to catch us less. So we're actually going to be needing you, the beautiful people, to big us up. Spread the word of the podcast if you like what you hear. If you have any feedback, leave a comment. We would love to hear that shit. We're going to get a lot more interactive. Make sure you follow on Instagram and be part of the weekly poll questions. And other than that, stay blessed and beautiful. I've been Black Zeus. Peace, peace.